How's it going? Don't tell me you don't care about my problems, I don't care about yours. Everyone's so inconsiderate nowadays. Everyone's so inconsiderate. Today's I'm going to start saying broadcast. I'm going to start saying broadcast. I know that bothers the touched individuals out there when I say broadcast. Today's broadcast today's broadcast over airwaves is about how I'm going to make money whether you like it or not. I'm going to make money whether you ignore me or not. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line is I'm not going to play the role you want me to play. I'm not going to let you come here and drag your muddy feet all over the carpet. Okay, I'm going to have a clean chat. This is going to be the one place on the internet where there's not a bunch of ne'er-do-wells coming here to give me a hard time. Today's broadcast is about a simple topic. It's about how ignoring me does not stop me from making money in spite of the fact that you want me to not have any money. That's what today's broadcast is about. Today's broadcast is about how, in spite of I'm proof of one of the many failures of the internet. Okay, I'm a living embodiment of the internet's inability to do anything that they set out to do. The internet tried to destroy my life, and they didn't even stop me from making money. The internet has shown me no support every step of the way. The internet has done nothing but try to slow me down and stop me from doing anything that I want to do, in spite of the fact that I'm one of the original users on YouTube. Okay, I was here when it all began. Okay, I'm one of the internet OGs compared to a lot of you guys out there. A lot of you guys out there were newborns or sperm cells when I was little Francis on the internet, looking at Newgrounds, looking at Flash game websites, looking at early meme websites. So the fact of the matter is that I am an early inhabitant of the internet, and in spite of that, in spite of being one of the first YouTube users, in spite of being one of the first doom scrollers, despite being there from the very beginning, relatively speaking, the internet has taken it upon themselves to betray one of their own. Many such cases. The internet has taken it upon themselves to try to destroy the lives of an innocent, hardworking, impoverished man that happens to live in the United States. And then on top of it, you've shown me no support and given me no compensation for your wrongdoings. And because of that, not only am I not now making money, grinding to make as much money as possible in spite of your attempts to ruin my life, I also have the most VR boxing wins, just to disrespect you, forever doubting me, forever betraying me, for ever trying to stop me from having income, for trying to silence me, for trying to stop me from following my childhood dream of running a YouTube channel. This was my childhood dream, right? This is like the thing I decided I wanted to do with my life before I was even 18. Before I was even 18, I knew this was going to happen someday. I knew I was going to attempt to run a YouTube channel. And in spite of that, you sent the FBI to my house. You swatted me. And all of the airing of my dirty laundry couldn't be more grossly inaccurate. The attempts, your guys' attempts to decipher my criminal record and talk about my criminal record looks like baby's first armchair lawyer reading clerk of courts documents. That's what it looked like. Every single one, down to the people who doxed me in the first place, fundamentally did not understand what they were reading when they were reading clerk of courts documents. All of them individually, every single one that got past the information and tried to recite it on YouTube, it was like baby's first armchair lawyer trying to understand clerk of courts documents, down to the fact that none of you got to the bottom of it and realized that I was a patsy for a drug trafficker named Dustin Taylor, who laced drugs with fentanyl and then sold them all over North Fort Myers and Cape Coral, causing countless overdoses, which literally took people's lives. So instead of talking about Dustin Taylor, who is the actual criminal, who actually made the counterfeit money and started orchestrating poor people cashing the counterfeit money for them, down to telling them that he would be the one that got prosecuted for it, not them. So you guys made me a patsy for Dustin Taylor, who sells firearms illegally to people that aren't supposed to possess firearms, who laces drugs with fentanyl and sells it all over Cape Coral and North Fort Myers. The great detectives at the Cape Coral Police Department and the Lee County Sheriff's Office did a fundamental affront to justice. The most incompetent detective and police work that will probably ever be recorded in human history, down to your police reports not actually indicating to spectators that Dustin Taylor is a drug trafficker that has laced drugs with fentanyl and sold firearms illegally to people who aren't supposed to possess firearms all over North Fort Myers and Cape Coral. You made me a patsy for that guy. And then the internet on top of it is so incompetent and so unintelligent that they read those documents and came to the conclusion that they would rather run around saying that I'm a bank robber as opposed to stating the facts of the matter when you're going to talk about something. And their audience is ignorant as ignorant comes. Every single person who tried to recite my criminal record on YouTube without doing their due diligence research-wise, wholeheartedly, both them and their audience are ignorant buffoons. I don't care how many thousands of them there are, they're all ignorant buffoons. Okay, and you're an ignorant buffoon if you listen to them and you derive humor from their lies. So that's what today's broadcast is about. Today's broadcast is a reminder that you have failed to stop me from making money, despite your corrupt social credit system that you call courts in this country. Despite your corrupt social credit system that makes me a patsy for drug traffickers that have taken people's lives, literal murderers. You made me a patsy for a literal murderer that was killing people in the area I grew up in. Okay? So in spite of your attempts to cap my income level by using your corrupt social credit system that you call the courts, that you call the Lee County courts, okay, your corrupt social credit system that made me a patsy for a drug trafficker to try to make it to where I could never make enough money to survive because I'm not even allowed to apply at Walmart and Amazon. I don't know how you Lee County sheriffs and you Cape Coral Police Department members sleep at night. I really don't know how you sleep at night, knowing that you are capping the earning potential of people that have been living in Lee County for generations. I don't know how you corrupt Lee County Sheriff's detectives and Lee County Sheriff's officers, and you corrupt Cape Coral Police Department detectives and officers who literally defend and protect people who rub shoulders with the Epstein list. You literally, there's people who worked for the Cape Coral Police Department that went on to take pictures of them shaking hands with people on the Epstein's list after running to become an elected official and becoming an elected official and a representative of Lee County, Florida, as a former Lee County Sheriff's officer. So there's no speculation when I say the Lee County Sheriff's Department not only defends the Epstein list, they literally have physically shaken the hand on camera of people who were on the Epstein list. Like, not only people who are on the Epstein list, like powerful elected officials that were on the Epstein list. I could pull the photograph up if I wanted to, but there's people who used to work for the Lee County Sheriff's Office and the Fort Myers Police Department who not only retired from there, so they worked a full career there, they retired from there and they went on to become an elected official in Lee County, and then after becoming an elected official in Lee County, they then went and rubbed shoulders with the literal Epstein list, okay, and took pictures of themselves shaking hands with people on the Epstein list. So there's no doubt in my mind, and what's funny about it is that exact former Lee County Sheriff's officer that I'm thinking of was also on an episode of To Catch a Predator. So not only did the officers that were a part of the To Catch a Predator sting in Lee County, people who went on to shake the hands of people on the Epstein list, this is the same Lee County Sheriffs that's blocked ICE in the 2000s from deporting people. Okay, this is the same Lee County Sheriffs where our sheriff has been caught by the FBI breaking the law, using tax money and his police uniform to collect bribes from the jewelry district of the area. So not only do former Lee County Sheriff's officers run for office and then go to shake hands with the Epstein list after, the exact Lee County Sheriff's officers that went on to shake hands with the Epstein list were also a part of the Lee County Sheriff's Office To Catch a Predator episode. So, or the Lee County To Catch a Predator episode. So I just want you to know that everything that I told you about my local police was fundamentally 100% correct. Down to the fact that these people defend the diddler elite, and they will throw me in jail on frivolous, if not outright false charges if I stand up for myself when I got fired, but then they'll go shake hands with the Epstein list and they'll accept bribes. So I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that I was right the entire time, and that I'm going to make money either way in spite of it. I'm going to make money either way in spite of it, but just know that not only do you owe me a clean criminal record, all of you, the world, not only does the world owe me a clean criminal record, you owe me my criminal record being wiped entirely. You owe me, there's not one thing on my criminal record in light of how corrupt our police, both federal and local, are. There's not a doubt in my mind that with the knowledge of how corrupt and how only interested in protecting rich people our police are, my police in the specific area I live, who were responsible for me being prosecuted, not only do they owe me my entire criminal record being wiped, the world owes me that. And not only does the world and my local police owe me that, both my local police and the world owe me compensation for all of the wrongdoings done to me, down to my criminal record and down to me being harassed for little to no reason online, down to the FBI being sent to my house because of false police reports that the internet made. So you guys owe me paying me not to work, and I'm going to make money whether you like it or not. Okay, I'm gonna make money whether you like it or not. So if you don't give me the money, I'm still gonna make the money, but you owe me the money. And if you don't pay me the money, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make shit terrible for all of you, such as becoming the best VR boxer in the world and having the most VR boxing wins. So because you pissed me off and then you didn't compensate me after and you falsely prosecuted me, because of that, I'm gonna make money whether you like it or not. I'm gonna make money whether you like it or not because of that. But if you don't pay me the money you owe me, and you don't wipe my criminal record, if you don't entirely wipe my criminal record, and you don't pay me the money you owe me, which is paying me to where I never have to worry about bills for the rest of my life, paying me to where I don't have to work. If you're gonna pay other people not to work, such as I Show Speed, the literal lanklet who couldn't hold a candle to me in VR boxing, all right? If you want to pay that motherfucker not to work, you're gonna pay me not to work. After all the shit you did to me, if you want to pay that motherfucker not to work, you're gonna pay me not to work. Okay? That motherfucker went on camera and cried and go, I need this, dog. I need this, dog. I need this money, dog, while playing a video game and begging another famous streamer for clout. So if you're gonna let I Show Speed make money when his claim to fame was getting clipped going, I really need this, dog. I really need this, dog. If that's how I Show Speed blew up and got paid not to work, you're gonna pay me not to work after what the fuck you did to me, and after all the false prosecution that your corrupt ass police departments have done to me. You're gonna pay me not to work, and I'm gonna make the money whether you give it to me or not. But if you don't give me the money and you don't wipe my criminal record, shit like me becoming the best VR boxer in the world is gonna keep happening. Shit like me getting the most VR boxing wins is gonna happen. I'm gonna humiliate all of you every chance I get. I'm gonna fuck shit up for all of you every chance I get. I'm gonna do the worst to all of you every chance I get. There's gonna be no remorse. There's gonna be no holding back. There's gonna be no half measure. Just like me becoming the best VR boxer in the world and making as much money as I possibly can in spite of all the bullshit that you've done to me. So you can not pay me. You cannot pay me all you want. Okay? You cannot pay me all you want. You cannot give me the money I'm owed all you want. You cannot give me the attention that I'm owed all you want. But I know that you motherfuckers watch people like I Show Speed cry to another streamer on camera and go, I really need this money, dog. My mama's homeless. I really need this money, dog. I really need so much money that he became a fucking millionaire. Well, trying to get me put in a fucking dumpster. Okay, you're over here trying to get me put in a fucking dumpster, and you're paying I Show Speed not to work for going, I really need this money, dog. My mama's homeless. That's you guys, all right? You guys will fund that, and you guys are gonna try to take my life by sending the FBI to my house and swatting me. That's bullshit, and I'm gonna fuck all of you over every chance I get, just like when I got the most VR boxing wins in the world, and then continued to have the most VR boxing wins in the world, and I still have the most VR boxing wins in the world to this day, and I'm also making money in spite of the fact that you don't want me to make money, and in spite of the fact that you capped my earning potential by making me a patsy for literal drug traffickers that are literal murderers. Okay, so don't think I forgot that, and you're gonna get it every single opportunity I get. Every single opportunity I get. Okay, me getting the most VR boxing wins in the world wasn't where my revenge ends. That's not even close to where my revenge ends. That was the bare minimum of my revenge starting. Okay, that was just a drop in the bucket of the amount of revenge I'm going to inflict upon you guys before I pass away from old age. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that that was the very beginning of my revenge against all of you, against the world, okay? And it's going to keep coming. And it's going to keep coming. Every time I make a dime, that's a middle finger to you motherfuckers. All right? Every time I make a dime, in spite of the fact that you motherfuckers won't pay me not to work, when you owe me paying me not to work after what the fuck you did to me, yeah, you fucked up if you thought revenge wasn't gonna happen 1,000-fold. You fucked up if you thought revenge wasn't gonna happen 1,000-fold. And it's just getting started. It's just getting started. I'm making money in spite of the fact that you called my employers and got me fired. I have the most VR boxing wins in the world. I'm gonna keep making money in spite of the fact that you put me in handcuffs for bullshit reasons and took my earning potential away. All right. So just know, it's gonna get worse for you the more you don't pay me what the fuck you owe me. You want to pay iShow Speed to not work because he went on another famous person's stream and went, I really need this dog. My mama's homeless. I really need this dog. All right. And then you want to try to fuck me over. You want to try to take my life by swatting me. You want to call my places of employment and get me fired. You want to send the FBI to my house for no reason and get me put in a fucking insane asylum for no reason. Guess what? I have the most VR boxing wins in the world after that happened. After you did your worst, I have the most VR boxing wins in the world. So fuck you and pay me what the fuck you owe me, or else I'm going to keep getting revenge. I'm going to keep fucking over every single one of you that I can. And it's happening to the world since you want to hide from me. Since you want to hide from me, it's happening to the whole fucking world until you pay me what you owe me, bitch. So you better pay the fuck up. Sit on that and spin, you pussy ass motherfuckers. How you like them apples?